Hey everyone, I just wanted to jump on here and share some things with you. This isn't pre-planned, it's not scripted, it's just me coming and doing some riffing around, or riffing. I always say riffing around visibility. And specifically today, I wanted to talk into how to shift your vibrational state so that you can start to attract the things that you really want to attract into your business and your life, and also like the opportunities. So not only the beautiful soul clients, but also the opportunities into your business and life. Now, the reason that this has come up and the reason that I wanted to share with you is twofold. First of all, I was talking about this with a client today. And if something comes up for one of my clients, which is a biggie, I like to share it with you because I believe that we all go through the same things, right? And secondly, if you've been following me, I've just come back from an amazing 3-week trip to Thailand, and I was backpacking on my own, and I feel like I was conducting my own personal development program while I was over there. And when I was over there, I was contacting my clients and saying, like, if you really want to like get the juiciness, then like you need to be really active with me on Voxer for the next 3 weeks, because when I'm traveling, I am in my high vibrational state. I'm in my high vibrational frequency. And I guess the first thing that I wanted to ask is, is this the same work for you when you're traveling, or is there a particular scenario within your life where you are really, really high vibe? And you'll notice it will show up for you. So, just using myself as an example, every time I travel, I attract incredible opportunities, incredible people. I normally onboard a couple of high level clients. Like, everything seems to be in flow and really easy for me. And I understand now is because the way that I am being is very different to potentially the way that I am being when I am kind of like in my business and doing the doing. And I've definitely noticed a difference since I've come back to the UK. And it always happens. I'm like really like high on life when I'm traveling, and then I come back and my life is beautiful, right? There's nothing to be miserable about, but it's like I'm on a bit of a downer, and I have to really, well, not a downer, but I'm like, I drop the frequency, right? And I have to be really, really careful about this, to the point that today in the shower, I was like, right, okay, we need to do something to shift. I need to do something to shift myself out of this, because otherwise I'm just going to be like all day at home wishing that I was still, staying in a beautiful beach house by the sea in Thailand and eating amazing food and swimming in beautiful turquoise sea. And that's not going to be any good for me, right? Because it means that I'm not in a state of gratitude for what I have now. So I shifted myself out of that very quickly. So first of all, if you resonate with that, I'd love to know. And look, if you're watching me live, please feel free to ask questions if anything's coming up for you. Please feel free to do it. But equally, if you're watching the replay, please feel free to reach out to me. You can either message me on whatever social media platform you are watching this, or you can send me an email at hello@abigailrebecca.com. So I'd love to know if you resonate with that. So for those of you that are just joining me, I'm streaming to lots of different places. For those of you that are just joining me on my live stream, do you resonate with the fact that sometimes there is a certain scenario within your life where you are more high vibrational than other times? And let me just explain to you what I mean by high vibrational and high frequency. Everything has a vibration, right? Everything has a frequency, including the clients that you want to attract in, the visibility opportunities and the business opportunities that you want to attract in, the money that you want to attract in, like the physical things such as the car or the house or whatever, like the business, the the assistant, the amazing assistant that you want to attract in, like all these things that you want to attract in to support you in your business, they're all vibrating at a frequency. And if we are vibrating at that same frequency, it's a match, so we attract them in. But what happens with this is if we are vibrating at a lower frequency, so if we're, for example, we're not necessarily in gratitude, we're beating ourselves up, we're comparing ourselves to others, we're like putting ourselves down, we're not going to be vibrating at the frequency of all the things that want to come in. Now, there is a caveat here, and this is something that I say all of the time. We are human. We are not Disney princesses floating around the forest and everything's like love and light and freaking amazing, right? So we are human, we have emotions, there's going to be ups and downs, especially in human design. If you have a defined emotional center, you are going to be going on an emotional roller coaster. If you have an undefined or open emotional center, you are going to be amplifying the emotions of others. So this isn't about really like gaslighting, emotionally gaslighting ourselves and saying, at all costs, I need to be high vibe and happy. Absolutely not. This is not about putting a band-aid and kind of pushing our emotions down. But this is being very, very mindful of when we are feeling less than, if we're not feeling good enough, if we are suffering from imposter syndrome, if we're worried about going out there and speaking our truth and being visible because we're worried about being judged and ridiculed or rejected, it's being mindful of that and then choosing to either stay there or to choose an additional way of thinking. And when we choose an additional way of thinking, when we recognize those emotions and thank them for whatever it is they're giving us. So I recognize you, anger. And I thank you for, showing me that I'm still alive, that I'm a human being, that I can react to things, that I'm triggered by certain things. But actually, I'm just going to release you. And I'm going to choose a different option, and I'm going to step into gratitude. I'm going to step into happiness, whatever kind of high vibe kind of emotion you want to step into. So again, the caveat is this isn't suffocating our feelings. This is about choosing to think in a different way. Now, one of the best resources that you have for this is human design. And of course, I'm going to say human design. I'm a freaking human design visibility coach, right? But listen to me. Because human design is a really great resource and tool for us to truly understand ourselves and accept ourselves. One of the things that I see happening again and again in this wonderful entrepreneurial world, whether you're a coach, a course creator, community maker, practitioner, whatever you're doing, a business owner, is that it's very, very easy to compare ourselves to others and then feel less than. And immediately, if we are playing the comparison game and feeling less than, that can put us into a real state of lack and scarcity. And it really is the opposite of loving and appreciating ourselves. What human design does is it teaches us that we're all different. It's the science of differentiation. We are all different. We're all special. We're all unique. Therefore, I do not need to compare myself to somebody else and wish I was like them and beat myself up because I'm not like them, because I'm not like them. I've been working with a manifesting generator all day, most of the day. I am a projector. Our energies are very different. I cannot be like her. I'm not going to beat myself up and wish that I was like her because I just don't have the energy. I just don't have the energy as a projector. But I value what I do have as a projector, and I appreciate that. So human design really brings us back to love. So what human design does actually is it mitigates that low vibrational frequency and that feeling of lack in comparison to others. It mitigates it. It stops you even going there. Because if you really love and appreciate and accept yourself, you're not going to be going around comparing yourself to other people. You're not going to feel shit about yourself because you think that you should be doing this and that. What you're doing is you're focusing on you and your gifts and your wonderful skills, and you are appreciating you. Well, guess what happens with that? You put yourself in a higher vibrational state because you are carrying that in your aura. People can feel it from you. So even without opening your mouth, people will feel that from you, which means they'll want to hang out with you, which means that potentially they could be paying you to join your programs or join your community or to work one-on-one with you. So you see how this happens with human design? I haven't gone even scratched the surface in how human design can help us with that, but that is one of the things. I've got a very fidgety sausage dog on my lap at the moment, but he's a good buddy when I'm doing a Facebook Live. Okay, another thing that I just wanted to share with you very, very quickly before we go, and thank you for watching this. I really appreciate your energy as I am creating this, either, now or in the future. Another thing to be really mindful of and to have within your toolbox are ways that you can shift yourself very often immediately out of that low vibrational state into a higher vibrational state. So, as I was saying earlier, I've just come back from this Thailand trip. Freaking amazing. And then I'm waking up this morning and I'm like, I'd rather, be on a beach in Thailand, even though my gorgeous partner was next to me. And I very much appreciate him, but I wanted to be waking up with him on a beach in Thailand, right? And today's been a really, really busy day. And I was like, just thinking about all the work that I needed to do today. And immediately I checked myself and I was like, I've got two choices now. I can either choose to feel like this all day. So I can go through the day. I'm a projector. So when I'm not aligned, I feel very bitter. And that's a really good word to describe how I was feeling this morning. I was bitter. I was just bitter. So I could have decided to go through my day today feeling bitter. Now, I've gone on to lots of calls. I've done one-on-one coaching calls. I've gone on to group coaching calls. I am being interviewed on podcasts today. So I could have gone onto that with the energy of bitterness. Now, I could have gone on and put on my smile and been all, happy and joyful. But actually, people aren't stupid. We can sense it in others, right? If there's a bit of masking going on. So would I have come across as my true, authentic self? No. But I could have decided to do that. That is absolutely my choice. So I was like, I either decide to do that or I decide to shift myself out of it. I gave myself a few minutes of self-pity and bitterness and all of that. I allowed myself to kind of, languish in that. But I was like, I need to get out of the self-pity bath very, very quickly. Otherwise, I'm going to be here all day. So I was singing in the shower. So I put the shower on. I was singing in the shower. And then I put a cold shower on and had a bit of cold shower therapy a la Wim Hof for a few minutes. And I naturally shifted out of that feeling, that frequency, and took myself to a higher frequency. No forcing, no cajoling, no fakeness. Naturally, I shifted into that. And I've continued to that today because I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful that I was in Thailand, but I'm also so grateful that I sit here, in my office with my beautiful dog, the sun's shining, and I get to connect with amazing women today. So what are the ways, what I would pick 3 things that really bring you into that high vibrational state. So for me, it's singing, dancing, or moving my body really, running or dancing. And the third way that I shift into a higher vibrational frequency is Kundalini yoga, which I love. I absolutely love. So what are the 3 things that you can be doing or that you can keep in your back pocket that if you are feeling less than, or there's some kind of scarcity or lower vibe feeling that you can do to naturally shift into a higher vibrational frequency? And if you want, sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself here. So have that and think about that today. And then if you do find yourself being stuck in the low vibrational lack, bitterness, frustration, anger, whatever your human design non-aligned feeling is, I want you to explore that today as well. And ask yourself, what benefit does that give you? Because if you are refusing to shift out of it and you want to stay there, there's going to be something that you're getting out of it. And it's not going to serve you. It's not going to serve your higher self. It's not going to be able to help you with your confidence, with your visibility, with your relationship building, with your client attraction. But it's probably going to be keeping you somewhere in your comfort zone stuck. And the sooner you can tap into that and see it for what it is, just self-preservation and fear instead of love and abundance, the sooner you can see it for what it is, the sooner you can step out and not be at that place as often. There will be times that you're at that place, right? We're human. It happens. So I hope that's helped. I'd love to know your feelings about this, and if it's how it's helped, how it's helped. If you have any questions, then let me know. Go away and do that piece of work. If you want to come back and feedback to me, I'd love to know. I'd love to know how it's gone for you. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm going to come and sit and cuddle with this little man now before I jump onto a call in a minute. All right, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.